It's happening. Hope you're the best day ever. This lady, Tori, hi, you are a peach. I love you. She's going to talk about how Landmark is an offshoot of Scientology, I think is the word she uses. So to be clear, if you haven't done the form by Landmark Worldwide, it's a two 5-day courses, 915 bucks each, worth every single penny. So she's gonna go off talking about she's talking about AA and then she'll get into Landmark in 1 second here.
12-step program. And whether you're for that or not, I don't
She's
really care.
12,
I'm
12
just going
steps.
to tell the people that are doing AA, if you have a sponsor who's telling you you need to do Landmark, I want you to know that Landmark is a breakoff of Scientology. It's another cult. You can go read about it in the Landmark forums at factmed.org. F-A
Factmed.org. We'll check that out. So Landmark is not an offshoot of Scientology. Landmark is not a cult. It is the more and more evidence about what I see about what cults are and Steve Hassan's bite model and all these sorts of things. Um, the more I see that Landmark seems to be the exact opposite of a cult and the opposite of Scientology. I see actually zero in common with the both of them. I see a lot of promises from copy organizations that want to promise certain things, and I see Landmark also promising those things. Um, but that's like two organizations both drinking water. I mean, Landmark, you don't, you're doing it out of your house on a Zoom call, so it's not like, um, but it'd be like, someone said people that people sometimes forget to drink enough water. I mean, I do, um, or I have, and yeah, that doesn't make it a cult because one organization uses that as an example at Landmark Worldwide, and then the other one is serving drinks of water there. It's like that's not that's not a comparison that we both breathe air, therefore we're both cults. It's like no.
factmed.org. And there's a ton of information about cults. But if you are in anything where people are saying you need to do this before you can do that, and it's a 3-day seminar or a 2-day seminar,
Yeah, you don't need to do the Landmark form. Nobody needs it. It is supportive and highly suggested, and I
and, it's
I pause there because they don't think of themselves as a good organization or a beneficial organization or a great organization or anything like that. Um, they see that as sort of trivial. Um, but yeah, and if 93% of people plus say that it made a profound and lasting difference on the way that they live their life a year after taking the program, and the other 7% of people didn't say that it didn't make a profound and lasting difference, they just didn't answer that it did. Um,
it's kind of like there's certain red flags that come up. Go check at FactNet because all the cults are listed there. Not all of them, but a very good deal of them. And
Yeah. So Landmark Worldwide would not be on this factmed.org or whatever you're saying. Um, there may be a lot of concerns. I see a lot of Reddit posts that I'm not allowed to comment back on, and my comment gets removed immediately, which is wild. Um, but just because someone posts, I mean, look, the Cult Awareness Network and the Cult Information and Education, what is Rick Ross's? Both organizations, both cult organizations have both said that Landmark is not a cult in any sense whatsoever. Rick Ross's only concern is at the higher levels, and it's not a cult whatsoever at the higher levels. Rick, please, you're welcome to do the forum and check it out for yourself. Um, in the advanced course, and you would clearly see that it is not a cult at any level. They have a president and a CEO, and then on top of that, they have a board of directors. Then on top of that, they have the court of public opinion.
it was pretty amazing to see that this woman was a very good person. She's done very successfully in her life. So of course they want her. And so I told her, I said, look,
Yeah, they're saying this woman is very successful, so Landmark Worldwide wants her. Um, I mean, that's one way to look at it. I think if you ask her, she may say, yeah, a lot of this great stuff that I created for myself in my life happened after I did the forum. Um, yeah.
they would. Because we tried to educate her a little bit on it. And she kept going back, well, she really liked the girl and she was her sponsor and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, let's do this. You tell her you just want to do the AA program and get through it. And if that's cool, she's your sponsor. But if she
Yeah, I mean, you have full choice to be able to do the AA program and then get through that and choose not to do the Form of the Advanced course at Landmark Worldwide. I would just say keep an open mind about it. Um, yeah, you can be as skeptical as you want. I just ask that you be open about it.
keeps bringing up Landmark, tell her you need another sponsor. And she was like, deal. That's fair. And I really bring it up because maybe there's other people out there who are in a similar position. And you've got to know that these other little break off.
Oh, so yeah, so AA would have a huge imp after doing the forum, people that are in AA have, let's call it 9 times better, or not better, because that'd be comparison, 9 times, I don't know, is simpler time going through the AA process. It's not easy. Nobody says it would be easy.
Things. There's Landmark. I forget. There are a bunch of different, there was S, and then S from S broke off the guy for Landmark, and there's another.
Okay, so S was Erhard seminar training. Um, and they completed or ended or finished that program in 1990-ish, 1991. And then yeah, and then they went to Landmark Worldwide.
Another one, and they're all like little, basically sections. They took the same junk that Scientology.
No, it's not the same junk. It's literally the opposite. The more I read about Scientology, the more I see that it is the exact opposite.
Not all of it's junk, but enough of it, and it has the culty stuff in it that they have.
There's no culty stuff. It's the exact opposite of a cult. Cults have a charismatic leader. There's no charismatic leader. Cults take you away from your family. Landmark says go be with your family.
So I want you to know, if someone's trying to get you into something like that, you don't need to do it.
Nobody's trying to get you to join something, to get you in something. You're not, it's not a group. It's not an organization you're joining. It's not something where you're like there to make friends. It has nothing to do with any of that.
You really don't. And if you feel like you do need to do it, you need.
And they're not trying to get you into something. They just saw something for themselves and they see what the effectiveness that it would have on your life, or I don't know. They just see something for you. They don't even know what it is, and you can't even explain it, but just see for yourself. Look, don't believe anything I'm saying. I'm not telling you what I'm saying is the truth. I'm just saying see for yourself.
Need to do it.
No, nobody needs to do the forum. Again, it's supportive. It's was super beneficial for me. But just because I am able to operate and perform at an effective, efficient level, not saying that you're not able to do that. Oh, just saying that the results will be enhanced.
Oh, definitely, like I say, all
This is like, I love how people, if it's such a cult, then come get me out. Do the forum yourself and then tell me that it's still a cult.
don't listen to me. Don't take me as your source. You know what I mean? All I say to people is look at both sides, because I didn't for 30 years. I didn't.
I assert that you're not even looking at the side of Landmark. You are saying that Landmark is an offshoot of Scientology and therefore you shouldn't do it because you looked at both sides. I guess you looked at someone talking to you about Landmark and what you've seen about Scientology, and then you just like mash them together. It's like me going to a Ford dealership complaining to them about Baskin Robbins. It's like, what? It has nothing to do with each other. And one is a religion and doesn't pay any taxes.
Always a liar, and this and that. I was like, no, I want to see it.
And I'm not saying anything bad about Scientology at all.
Yeah, I don't need to know it. And it was a real shock when I finally woke up. I mean, a tremendous shock. And it was a
You woke up from what?
tremendous detriment to myself in that I lost all my friends overnight. I lost my husband at 26.
I hope you go into more detail. It sounds like your husband did the forum and then he tried his best to communicate to you that you'd get something out of it and didn't know how to get that point across, and then y'all split up. That stinks. I'm sorry.
7 years overnight.
But he only wanted what was best for you. Or you say you lost a bunch of friends that I guess did the forum. I'm completely assuming here. I'm not sure. Please comment back. Um, Yeah, they only and still only want what's best for you. See, one thing I just was reading about Scientology is that they what is it? Shun. They discourage being with people that question or are quote unquote anti-Scientology. That's literally all the exact opposites of Landmark Worldwide. Like even the people that don't talk to me right
Thankfully,
now,
some people I dearly love stuck with me.
like my any friends or family that don't actively like speak to me right now, and Landmark has something to do with that, like I assure you that's not from this end of things. If you want to think that Landmark has something to do with that, that's fine. I am happy to be with you. Um, yeah, and I'm like thinking about a specific person that will like ask me questions and then I answer them like to the best of my ability, and that person then is left upset with my answer, even if it has nothing to do with Landmark whatsoever. Um, and that stinks. And that's not like I'm just being straight. Like you want me to lie to you? Like I think that's more rude than anything. But you don't take it as a lie. You take it as me being a jerk to you or something like.
Me, and I will forever be grateful to them for that. But it's a tricky home. It really is. And so anyone that
I mean, it's not tricky. It's 3 days in an evening. If you don't have the money for it, it's like I totally understand that. Like I just ask you to be open and if I may suggest a great book. It's free online, YouTube to listen to for free however many times you want. It's not even like a library where you have to return it. And Richest Man in Babylon, which is Lady in Babylon, says take 10% of your income, whatever that is, even if it's $100 a year, who cares? Taking 10%, $10, and putting that into a sacred bank account that I do not touch no matter what. And it only goes towards me and my development and what I really, really, really want by the time I'm 80, 90, 100 years old. Like, what do I want? And um yeah, and using that money, that 10% that's put away of all your income to get that something that you want. And I'm suggesting that the forum and the advanced course has made a dramatic difference with a lot of other people. And yeah, not to say the bandwagon, like you don't like I'm just saying like since the 70s they've had great reviews. It just had people that are it like messes with their competition and their business model, and then they anonymously take up arms and get other people to anonymously take up arms too, or not to
I know,
anonymously to take the anonymous ones and then put a face behind it and say this person said that, and it's like we're all talking about an anonymous. This is a telephone game here.
it's
If
on
you
this
ever played
website is
that
to
as a
help
kid,
educate people so you don't get suckered into this thing
it's not a complicated or suckering anything.
and to help people so that you can, learn about it so you can understand it. And if you can't help other
Learn about it so you can no okay, sorry, let me slow down. So there's no learning, there's no understanding at Landmark Worldwide. Like they're not there to teach something, they're not there to get you to understand something.
people so they don't get suckered into it because it is like this.
I mean, I suckered. I paid 9.15, I spent 5 days and I got what I paid for. Like there's no suckering.
Christmas thing, they're so
And
needy.
93% of other of a million plus people all also have the exact same experience.
Going to adult day parties.
And I don't know any 30 or 34-year-old companies with a 93% effectiveness rating. So
Always nice. They're always cool. It's like, yeah, it feels good. They do what's called
I mean, it's not even satisfaction. It's a profound and lasting difference on the way that I made live my life.
love bombing, where it's like, wow, thank goodness
No, no, there's no love bombing.
you came in here. We just love you. They won't even
What would it be like if every company was welcoming? Yeah, I don't call it love bombing at all. If you want to take their welcoming as love bombing, I, okay, I get how you got there, and it's not, and it's just welcoming, and it's getting down to business as soon as everyone is settled on time.
say that, but they act like that. And you just feel like, well, wow, this is pretty cool.
They didn't say that, but they act like that. Okay, can you just see in the other person's shoes how that is your opinion and that was never the intention at all. It wasn't, I promise you.
I mean, everybody seems really upbeat and they're so happy. But you have to know
Yeah, like I can't explain the happiness. I have more joy in my life and and I'm not saying that someone else doesn't. I'm just saying there's something that you want and I got joy, but you don't have to want joy, but I got something and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I see something that would be something that would you can't explain enlightenment, you know?
Notice that you've got to stay a
And
certain
that's the other thing. I see that Scientology also promises enlightenment. And allegedly people that are at stage 8 Scientology that would apparently this hidden stage 9 or 10 gets to the point of enlightenment, and meanwhile it was $2,000 just for stage 1 or 2. Um, so I don't understand how thousands of dollars and years of my life to get enlightenment is comparison to something that provides enlightenment in one weekend. Um, and so much more than that. It is not that's comparing enlightenments. It's I don't know. I got a lot more than enlightenment.
amount of hours, and usually it's a lot of hours. Now, Scientology is whittled that down where they have a few
So wild. So you go, oh, talking about all these hours, and then immediately turning around and talking about a completely a religious organization and saying it's somewhat like this for-profit company that pays their taxes and won a lawsuit against the IRS. And sued the IRS back for damages. Um, Yeah, again, Scientology seems to be however long people took to get to stage 8. I guess the fastest person that ever did it was maybe 2 years or something like that. Probably like way, way longer than that. Hasn't people been at stage 8 for t 10 years? Um, Again, I'm not saying anything bad about Scientology at all. But yes, comparing 60 hours to years is I don't know how you can compare the two.
free seminars. But like I was explaining to this person, it's very much like a mind control training where it's like, come on, hop on, it's $10, $15, check it out. If you don't like it, that's fine. And you're like, well, okay, that's good. I'll hop on. Here's my $10. Here's my
That seems to
15,
be
20
a
for it, right? Now you get on
personality test I read was $15 with Scientology. That has again nothing to do with the forms.
training. If your first level, which in Scientology is always the communication course, right? Okay, now you get through that, and you're like, well, that was fun. I'm going to get off. Get off.
I wasn't aware that the communication course was the first training of Scientology.
Now they have found out what your buttons are, which means things they can.
Yeah, they found out your buttons. I mean, Landmark Worldwide, nobody's gonna try to find out your buttons. If someone wants to raise their hand and share what they're thinking and feeling and experiencing with the conversation that's being had, then that's one thing. But that's there's you could spend the entire 5 days just listening if you wanted.
They know it's going to hurt you.
It's 3 days in an evening. I just say 5 days because it's over the course of 5 days. Um, and the first 3 days impacts my fourth day, which is a day off, Monday. So, yeah.
One way or another, they found out not physically hurt you, but hurt your spirit, upset you, make you feel like maybe I do really need.
And I don't know, she's maybe talking about Scientology here.
And they also know the right kind of people to bring around you so that you're like, oh, I really like this person.
Bring the right kind of people, right? Yeah, there's no like, oh, these two people will get along, so let's get these two people together. There's none of that.
And they know, you'll find later, they connect different people with different people.
Yeah, it might be a Scientology thing.
They know who's going to gel with them. And you're like, well, wow, I like that person and they're a Scientologist, so it must be okay, right? And they play on that. And what you don't know is that behind the curtain, there's like this curtain, right? Behind the curtain, you don't know there's hundreds of people
It's just amazing how people put Scientology and Landmark in the same video and talk about the same things and try to compare the two.
that are counting on you getting into that next car. And if you don't get in that next car, like in Scientology, it's deep trouble if you don't
Get in the next car. I think she's saying pay the next fee and spend the next amount of time, and then it's deep trouble.
go on to the next course. I'm talking serious. So they're very, very dedicated to making sure you move on to the next level. And I'm sure any of the other cults are the same way. That's why people stay, because there's these people
The other cults, and you put Landmark in the title of the thing, and Landmark is not a cult. Like how?
calling at you when you need to do it. And for those out there who are speaking out and helping expose this, thank you so much. Because
Yeah, please expose cults away, expose things that are taking advantage of people for their life away. And I guarantee you that if that's your life mission, that you would have a that the Foreign and Advanced course would only support that mission.
Sounds
Empower.
like you might be saying,
Empower that mission.
never, never know. But I promise you, you are. You are. And this was a weekend celebrating independence, and each person who's helping speak out is doing exactly that. You are helping.
A weekend to celebrate independence. She's talking about how this video was filmed on 4th of July weekend. Um, and the forum has is a 5-day program celebrating independence, like 50 weeks a year, like all over the world.
Helping independence and helping stop the stopping of freedom, which is what Scientology, the Church of Scientology,
Please.
especially the Office of Special Affairs, that's what they do. They work on stopping freedom.
Oh, because her whole thing is that she thinks that Landmark is an offshoot of Scientology, so she's saying Scientology in general is
And if you're in it, wake up. If, come on out. We're all out here. We're happy to see you.
okay. Was she in? It sounds like was in Scientology. She sounds like pretty well versed, or like she's like we are free. Like I don't
There's
know.
tons of Scientology. It's far more fun here than
Yeah, she's saying tons of Scientologists out here.
it. Anyway, peace. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And thank you, each one of you, for coming to my site. And
Yeah, so we'll link this below. But Tori, I ask you to have an open mind. You can be as skeptical as you want about Landmark Worldwide. And you might hear things that remind you of Scientology in your participation in Landmark Worldwide. And um that's not that's not that they're wholly distinct. Just because Landmark promises freedom and Scientology promises freedom, but you're saying that it doesn't give freedom quickly enough, I guess. Um, I mean, look, if I got two kids and one of them breaks the dishes, I'm not gonna beat up both of them because the one kid broke the dish. You know what I mean? Like that's a joke. I don't beat my children, but I'm saying like you can't hold one company accountable for some other company's no, they're not even a company, some religion. Oh, what was the best example I heard of this recently? Yeah, no, it's complaining to a Texas Roadhouse about the service that you got at the Home Depot. It's like, what are we even doing here, guys? Not even like that. It's comparing a company to a religion. All right, hope you have the best day. Peace, love, bye bye.